Good morning.
This is Tampa Home Talk. I'm your host, Katrina Madewell, joined by Mr. Leo Kane with Beryl Engineering and Inspections.
It's good to be back.
Welcome home.
Yeah, I love the cool weather. Much, much, much warmer than where I was. And it's exciting to be back in sunny Florida for the rest of the year.
Yeah, you had a nice little stint to Germany, huh?
I had my first taste of snow. And
wait, that's the first time you ever saw snow?
First time I ever saw snow.
Are you serious?
Yes. So let me tell you out there, listeners, there's this vest, and I'm going to infomercial for a second, but I'm not going to name the vest. There's this vest out there that you can purchase that actually heats up. It takes one of those cell phone portable charging battery packs, basically. You plug it into the vest, and it's got 3 different settings, and it generates heat. I would not have survived the trip without it. Saw snow for the first time, was in a snow flurry, got into a snow fight. With a snowman.
With your wife?
How cold was it, though?
The temperature was basically, if we translate this to Fahrenheit, it was anywhere from 20 to 25 degrees the whole trip. And that's in Fahrenheit. Well, for someone that's never seen snow, I mean, I'm more... When my trips to Europe are more like...
Wait. Where did you grow up again? I forgot. Where you grew up?
Texas.
That's right. South Texas?
Yeah, I've seen my share of sleet, but I ain't seen no snow.
Oh, my gosh. I just heard it. Did you hear that?
Yeah, the accent that I keep well hidden. But speaking of going on trips, do you know where Fruit likes to go on vacation?
Tell me.
Paris.
Where?
Paris.
Break the joke down.
It was the dad joke. Queen. Oh, that's true. Well, you know what I like to tell math? Grow up and solve your own problems.
Okay. Well,
we got some numbers, speaking of math problems.
We do, and since we're doing the jokes, I'll just do the realtor joke.
Oh, you have... No, you gotta slide it in casually into the conversation where it fits naturally.
Okay, fine. Just ruin it. Ruin all the fun.
I'm not ruining any fun.
All right, fine. We'll go over the numbers. All right, let's do it. Okay, I got some good stuff for you guys. Today's topic is going to be 8 designer trends going away in 2024. So stick around for that as we dive in past the numbers and all the things we have to give you real estate related. We're going to talk about the designer trends that you won't be seeing much of, or they'll be bye-bye next year.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about that. Any designer trends that are going, I hate trends and fads. It's like doing home inspections. You walk into certain houses and it's like, you can tell this house was built in the mid-90s, or you can tell this house was built in the early 80s.
Oh, yeah. I was in a house yesterday and the tiles scream 1990.
We should play a game where I describe house features and you tell me what decade.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's go with...
Wait, no, let's do the numbers first.
Oh, yeah, let's do the numbers first.
We'll do that second segment.
Yeah, we'll do that second segment.
And every week, maybe.
That'll be fun. I'll describe a couple of floor plans, and you'll tell me what decade.
Floor plans. Okay, that might stump me.
With like features.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking aesthetics, but okay. We'll do that.
No, that's what I'm talking about, aesthetics.
Okay. All right, so new listings.
Are we going to be...
Wait, where are you going? Huh?
Are we going to be a bad December? Is this going to be a long December if you're a real estate agent?
So let's talk about December. We will in a minute. Let's go over the numbers and I'll chat about that. We're seeing some pretty cool trends right now, which I want to talk about. It does tie into the stuff I have lined up in the outline. The number of new listings for the week is coming in at 646. Where were we last time?
I think we were in the high 7s, almost low 8s.
All right, so 646 new listings, pretty normal for December. If it's down a little, you'll see that spike in January. And we have about 4 years worth of data, Leo, so we might have to just stack that up and take a look. The number of price increases, 156, silly. Price decreases or improvements, 1,006 for a 7-day trend. The number of sold homes coming in at 608, a little bit lower.
So we have more new listings than solds. That's good for the people looking for homes to buy.
And our pendings are neck and neck with the new listings, coming in at 674. It's a little higher than our new listings at 646.
So we're decent trend here. I mean, pendings are higher than new listings, barely, which is coming in higher than the solds. That's about average for, I would say, 2022, 2023.
So to answer your question, your December question.
Yeah, it's a long December.
I feel like there's a pretty good spike of stuff going on right now. Our December is pretty busy. November was a little, and I'm like, are we working harder? Is it more buyers? Is it more sellers? What is it? I can tell you that mortgage rates have continued to fall. So the nationwide rates are averaging just over 7% at like 7.03 right now. And this is compared to the nationwide average of 7.22 just the week before.
That gives me a question. So if interest rates are not falling, but mortgage rates are, does that mean that the mortgage companies are desperate for people enough to take a loss on some of the money?
It's not a loss. I don't think that's what it is. I think that the lenders have overshot on the margins with all the back. Because remember, we had like 14 back-to-back Fed hikes,
We did.
right, where they increased rates. So I think the lenders overshot on that because they can't quote and lock a rate that they don't have the margin, right, to buy on the secondary market. So I think they've overshot, and being that rates have settled a little bit, they're improving that in their pricing because they're able to sort of see where the chips are falling and know where they can be.
So basically, they didn't move enough money, so they have some extra money to move.
I don't know that that's it. I think that they overshot on where they priced it. So, banks make money based on the margin, right?
Right.
So I don't know.
But what is the margin? The margin's the differential, right?
Yeah. So the, hang on, let me look. Hang on.
So normally what I see in December is the cash transactions usually spike in December. Cash transactions are things that people want to spend money or have properties move, so they go into a new tax year set. Because if you're an investor and you're holding a property 2 days into January, you have to file a whole new tax year for those 2 days in January. So you're motivated to move property as fast as possible in December if you want to get rid of it. On the same side of it, if you're a buyer with cash, you don't have to worry about the world shutting down for the last 2 weeks of the year. Now, what's good about where Christmas falls this year is I think we fall on a Monday or a Sunday.
I think it's Monday.
Monday. So that means that instead of losing 2 weeks, because normally you have Christmas and Christmas Eve 1 week, and then New Year's is always 1 week directly after it, by Christmas falling on a Monday, you basically lose the week from the 25th to the 29th for business. You lose the following Monday, New Year's Day, but you're not going to lose 2 weeks with it split up. Usually if Christmas falls on like a Wednesday or a Thursday or a Tuesday, you lose the middle of a week, so you end up losing 2 whole weeks due to this holiday season. So this is actually a very pro-business year in that Christmas falls on a Monday, which is why I say Christmas should always be on a Monday.
I don't think it's going to move just for you. Just saying. But all right. So to go back to what we're talking about, right? The margin and how banks make their money and all that. Okay. So they have what they call the Fed funds rate. I wanted to look it up to verify the actual Fed funds rate, but it's 5.5. So it's 5.5%. And the last time that change was July 26th. So there hasn't been a hike in a while. But the point is, right, because we're talking about how this changed, like a week ago, it was 7.22 on a national average. And now it's pretty much right at 7 on a national average. So that's that difference from 7 to 5.5, that 1.5% difference. That's the margin, and that's how banks make their money. So the Fed funds rate hasn't changed since July.
Okay.
Even though the rates, remember, were almost like 8%. Mm-hmm. And in some cases, and keep in mind the data that we pull, it's based on the mortgage bankers' applications. And so it's the national, it's like 20% down, good credit. Like this is sort of like the median of what that looks like for those particular clients. So it's all Freddie Mac data, 20% down, great credit. So I would say 720, 740, or probably 740 or higher is what they're using for that. The Mortgage Banker Association also stated that the mortgage applications are up for the 5th consecutive week, and they're seeing buyer demand increase. The CEO also stated that mortgage applications to purchase homes are 17% lower than they were a year ago, right? When the rates were 6.33% as a national average.
So we had a bunch of good news, and then we kind of deflated that good news by saying it's 17% lower than last year, but it looks stronger than it did a month ago.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
even
that's
a week ago.
That's a trend in a good direction. So it might not be a long December.
So I think it'll be interesting to see, right? Because next year is an election year. So I don't think there's going to be any major big swings or changes. If I had to guess, I would say, based on the GDP and the other things that the feds look at, they are going to keep the rates probably right where they are unless there's some major stuff that comes in the numbers. Otherwise, they're probably not going to jack with that too much, being that it's an election year next year.
So is the Fed typically pro-Republican, pro-Democrat? How does the Fed sway? Everyone sways, even if they say they don't.
Maybe I think that is probably the only part that's maybe a little bit less because they really have to look at it based on the GDP, the inflation, and the overall economy. So when inflation is out of control, like it was in the last couple years, keep in mind some of that's self-inflicted, right?
Yeah.
By the free money, it just is. It's
Free money.
self-inflicted, and it's not free, right? Because we actually pay for it as taxpayers, but they tout it as free. So essentially, that's where, because inflation, everything doubling and tripling and quadrupling on price, we saw it in the housing market big time, right?
Yeah, we did.
Trusses were quadruple. So anytime anything changes that quickly, it's going to affect inflation. Right? You know that. It's a basic supply and demand thing. So I think really, regardless of whether it's Republican or Democrat or whoever's in swaying the hands of the feds, as you say, they still have to look at those GDP numbers. That's really important to see how everything is going, because if they don't control inflation, I mean, it affects our dollar.
Yeah, and we are in the top retail quarter of the year, and they get an extra week of shopping due to the way Christmas falls on a Monday. So that actually helps the last-minute shoppers, which actually go towards purchasing more later in the year. So this is, from a retail segment, this is not going to be a long December because they're going to have more exciting week. They're going to have an extra week of shopping.
All right. One more tidbit on the housing and real estate and mortgage type news. Last month, Fannie Mae actually reduced their down payment requirement on multifamily property. So it went from roughly 15 to 25% down to pay on the borrower and the property to 5% down.
That's substantial.
This was a very big deal. We saw people, primary owners that were looking to buy multifamily. We saw this last year. They ended up going FHA because of the increased down payment requirement. So Fannie Mae has elected to reduce this, which is really, really good.
Wait, now is that condos or only 2 to 4 unit homes?
No, it's only 2 to 4 unit homes.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to see that change in condos for a while. So it's a multifamily. So a duplex, a triplex, a quadruplex, something that has 2 to 4 units or doors where separate families can live. Now, one of the questions we often get, which is probably a good note to wrap up on, I'll get people all the time ask me, what's the difference between a duplex and a villa? And you know the answer to this, right?
Yeah, the answer is 813-377-2775. 813-377-2775.
All right, Leo doesn't know. That's fascinating to me. All right.
Sounds simplex.
Well, I'll give you the answer to the duplex to actually, I'll tell you what, $100 gift card for the 10th caller that can tell me the difference between a duplex and a villa. I'm going to give out the studio number when we call back. Our off-air number is 813-377-2775. 813-377-2775. Stick around.
Welcome home. This is Leo with Beryl Engineering and Inspection, bringing you Katrina's Realtor Joke of the Week.
Why are you going to mess it up?
I'm not messing up.
No. Okay, so in a minute, I'm going to give out the studio call-in lines. If you can tell me the difference between a duplex and a villa, and you have to be the 10th caller, but the difference between a duplex and a villa, and we'll talk up to Pat and see if he knows the difference. What does a house wear?
Well, mobile home wears a skirt.
I don't know. What does it wear?
Mm-hmm. And a dress.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
All right. So, Pat, what do you think? And if you can you multitask and talk to me and answer the callers? I'm curious, what do you think the difference is between a duplex and a villa? And while you think about that for a second, I'm going to give in our call-in lines. 10th caller, you're going to get a $100 Amazon gift card just in time to shop for Christmas. 888-404-1010. 888-404-1010 studio call-in line. Pat George will take your call, and the 10th caller that can tell me the difference between a duplex and a villa is going to get a $100 gift card on Tampa Home Talk.
Google it right now.
Don't Google it. No, tell me. What do you think? What's your best guess? Did you Google it? What's your guess?
No, I did not. I thought a villa, because of, I thought drug dealers in Mexico always had villas. So I would say like a big compound with a wall around it.
Okay, that's what you think a villa is?
Yeah.
What's your next guess?
That's my only guess.
Didn't you say something about a courtyard?
Yes, a courtyard with a wall around it.
Oh, okay.
A big open area. Yeah.
What do you think the difference between a duplex and a villa is, Leo?
Well, a duplex is 2 units. And a villa, in my mind, is the sprawling estate that's patrolled with guys with automatic machine guns. Usually they're either making wine or producing cocaine or something on the inside. And I have to agree with Pat. In my mind, a villa has a wall because otherwise, what are those armed guards walking around?
Well, the difference between a villa and a duplex is
I feel safer in a duplex because generally if you have the armed guards, you have a need for them and eventually your time runs out. And maybe it's because I just saw Equalizer 3 on the airplane and Denzel Washington took out quite a few villas.
so the difference between a villa and a duplex are one deed versus two. One deed versus two. So if you're a villa, you have one adjoining wall that's a firewall,
Yeah.
and you have two different deeds, two different owners, two different deeds.
Oh.
A duplex probably also has a firewall, but it's one deed.
When she says it,
living
it makes
spaces.
sense. So what she's basically saying is a villa is multiple drug lords living in the same compound, and a duplex is one drug lord living in two halves of a
So
compound.
the word villa actually was Italian. I was sure of that, but I Googled it to make
of course,
sure.
they said wineries, guns, and drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was borrowed from the Italian, and it is basically the root word is
Villain.
vicious, vicus, vicus, and it's basically means neighboring houses. So I can
Okay.
see where people get them mixed up.
Okay. So
All
that
right.
makes sense. So villa is short for villain or vicious, and it ties right into what Pat and I were saying.
Do we have a 10th caller yet, Pat, for the Amazon gift card? No. All right, 888-404-1010.
We'll accept either answer. Katrina's correct answer or
See, tell
Leo's
me if you're
fake
paying
answer.
attention.
You know, when you have a villa, though, and each person has their own deed, that could become very vicious if the one villa on one side did not correspond and keep their property like the other one. They would be very vicious, so that's a very good way.
Let me tell you some wild stuff I've seen, and Leo, you've probably seen this too, in the villas where you have two different, basically owners, and the HOA is not very well managed. I've literally seen these where these are attached, same roof system, right? One firewall in the middle, two different color roofs. One
Yeah.
old roof, one new roof. Like
Seen
it
that.
looks so weird.
I see that a lot on townhomes, though, with the way they do townhome replacements. If the unit owners are responsible, I'll see multiple different styles of roof. I've gone as far to see some tile and some shingle on the same block of building.
Ridiculous and
It's
absolutely
ridic-
bizarre.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely
All
not
right.
adorbs.
Well, a little bit about downtown Tampa. So there's actually multiple events this weekend. So there's a lot of events on Saturday afternoon going into the evening. So the city is actually expecting more than 40,000 people in the area this weekend. Some of the things that are going on downtown is the Straws has multiple performances.
That's every weekend.
Yep, but I get this. These are some big ones this weekend. And On Bikes Wonder Ride starts at 2 p.m.
Oh, that's always fun.
Parts of Bayshore and downtown streets will be closed and blocked off for that bike ride. Curtis Hickson is doing their Winter Village with ice skating, which is open from 10 until 10. Comedian Nate Bargatze. Did I say his name right? I think I did.
I don't know who you're talking about.
He's a big comedian apparently, and he's got two shows. One is at 3 and one is at 7 tonight. Armature Works has 7 events starting at 11 a.m. until midnight. There's also a very large cheerleading competition and USAA's holiday party, both at the convention center this weekend. So
That is a lot of events.
there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of events, a lot of cars, a lot of traffic. There was a lot of traffic when I left the holiday party from the Tampa Club the night before last. So Wednesday, ton of traffic downtown. I've never seen that much.
Well,
leaving.
here's a little something about On Bikes, which is an awesome event. It's about On Bikes originated with actually people building bikes for needy children.
Oh, is that the feet one?
It's bikes.
or hands or whatever? Yeah. Okay.
They build bikes and they give them to the children. And we usually attend that. Most years we attend it. But what's fun about that one is you're on a bike and you actually they block off streets, so this whole mobbing of thousands of people can bike from basically Curtis Hickson down through Bayshore and back.
That's awesome.
They're going to be
Maybe.
closing quite a few streets.
Yeah. So, you may want to consider parking at Leo's house in Ybor City. We'll give out the address soon. Don't worry.
Actually, now that you mention it, with the trolley system, if you're doing anything in Channelside, I would highly recommend parking in the Ybor garage and
That's what I was
taking the
gonna
trolley
say.
system
Yeah.
over to
Park in Ybor, take the trolley.
park in Ybor and take the trolley. Won't get you to downtown. I think it'll get you as close to. It gets you to the.
It's a good question. Where does it take you?
Gets you to the Marriott.
That's
yes.
close
Gets you to the
enough.
Marriott. Gets you to the Tampa Bay Lightning, who are having a terrible year, by the way, but gets you close to the Tampa Bay Lightning.
So you can park in the garage or Leo's house in Ybor.
Yeah.
We'll tell Nikki. They won't mind.
Yeah. Thousands of people can park at my house.
So downtown Tampa, absolutely mobbed. We are officially a big city. It's going to be
Yeah,
busy.
it's gonna be awesome.
40,000 people downtown. Can you believe that, Pat? Like more than 40,000 people.
Oh yeah, and it is just insane to have that in that small area. And I'm glad you said that because,
Well, I thought I'd mention it so that our listeners can also be aware they might want to avoid downtown Tampa.
Oh.
Yeah, you live kind of nearby, so.
Yeah,
you
I'm
get some
planning.
extra traffic, too.
There's a birthday party I'm going to, and we're going to be bouncing around the circumference of it because we're doing stuff in South Tampa, and then we're doing stuff in Ybor. So we will not be in downtown Tampa this weekend.
Well, I guess we should get started with our 8 designer trends that are going to be going away in 2024.
Wait, I want one question first.
What you got?
I am a house. I have an open concept floor plan. I have quartz countertops, and I have fake wood that's really tile flooring. What decade am I?
Fake wood that's really tile flooring. You are the decade between, I don't know what the proper term is, but 2010 to 2020.
Awesome. I am a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with a converted garage into a bedroom. I happen to have a kitchen that makes you feel like you're in a coffin.
1990s.
See, you can do this based on, that's 2 of them. We'll hit you up with a couple of them throughout the show.
Oh, this is pretty fun.
about the house with wood panel.
Oh, I'm a house with beadboard paneling.
Not beadboard or wood paneling. Those are
Oh,
different.
yeah. Which one pen?
By 8 sheets.
Yeah, that would be 1970s.
Yes. And those are usually covered in horrendous wallpaper.
You know, you are so right on that because I bought a home when my parents passed away. I actually bought their home, and it was around 1979, and it was all wood panel.
That was late trend going out.
Yeah.
If we were doing this radio show, we would say the trends going into 1980 is no more wood paneling.
And
That's what we'd
then
say.
that trend would then become, I'm a 2-story addition that's 75% master bedroom.
1980s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the trend
Well,
became.
And I was thinking, so what about the trend in the 90s? Remember it was like all pink and purple and teal and maybe some black.
Yeah, it was like straight out of The Birdcage by Robin
Yeah.
Williams.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll start with number 1.
We'll do the,
Yeah? All right, never mind. I'll give you the off-air number and we'll talk about it when we come back. We got 8 of these to get through in one segment.
813-377-2775. This is 813-377-2775. You are listening to all the housing trends as we revisit some of the horrendous ones.
If you're making some updates next year, make sure you listen to the next segment before you make any changes at all.
Yes, because 813-377-2775. These 8 trends are going out of style, and if you do something as a late bloomer, it's going to be harder to sell your home. You're not going to be happy with it, especially when all the magazines show you a completely different layout than what you're going for.
You're going to spend money, so spend it well.
Or you can wait 6 months and do some of the 2023 trends and everything's on sale.
That's an option, I suppose. But we're going to give you the updated ones that are going out. 888-404-1010. Wait.
That's the wrong number.
We'll be back.
Welcome home. This is Leo Kane with Beryl Engineering and Inspection. We were so successful with our first call, 10th caller.
Yeah,
who
I'll tell you what.
Got it right. Let's do a second gift card.
$100 Amazon gift card.
Yeah, but let's make it simple this time.
Yeah. Just give me one guess while we're talking on one of my 8 designer trends that are going away in 2024.
So this is 1-888-808?
No, 888-404-1010.
888-404-1010.
The 10th caller.
That's 888-404-1010. 10th caller who has a guess at one of these trends. Doesn't even have to be right, just a guess. 10th caller.
888
404
1010.
1010. Pat is standing by now. 10th caller, you'll get Pat is sitting now. You will get a $100 gift card if you have
Amazon.
To Amazon if you have a guess on something that's going away in 2024 that used to be here in 2023.
All right, last time on the number, write it down and we're jumping in.
888-404-1010. And if you're watching this on the YouTubes, the Facebook Lives, the Live Journals, the Twitches, the everything else, smash your like, smash your subscribe. This is while it's airing for the first time, which is on Friday the 8th at 9:33 in the morning EST.
Of December.
Yes. Okay. Wait, no. You can't win the gift card, Pat.
No, I got a trend.
What's your trend?
When there's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and there are 6 cars in the yard.
Sounds like it's Pat's house.
It's 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Is that a trend going away?
I don't think so.
It should be going away, but it's not. And I don't think anything's.
All right, number 1 in the 8 trends that are going to be phasing out in 2024 is gray. Gray. They're saying gray is out. It is phasing out. The bold patterns, the textures, and the colors are all on the rise.
I never thought I'd see the end of gray.
Me too. It's lasted a long time.
That tile that looks like wood, gray everywhere with the black countertops and the gray walls with the white cabinets. I never thought all that would go away.
Number 2, barn doors. So barn doors are phasing out.
Those
and
doors on rollers are going away. The ones that you can never quite get right, and when your house settles, just starts rolling in both directions.
Well, experts say that these are impractical.
They are.
And that they do not perform as a primary and necessary function as a door, which is to block light, sound, and smell.
Which brings me up to a good trivia question. Should you sleep with your door open or closed at night?
Definitely
the
closed.
bedroom. You are correct. Do you guys know why?
Because I don't like any light or noise.
No, if the house catches on fire, you have a better chance of survival with the door closed because you can either get through your window to escape or you've slowed the flames down from entering the room so you can prep your escape route out of the house. So that is why it's important to sleep with your door closed, and barn doors do not provide this level of safety and functionality.
I was just thinking about sleep, but okay. So
when does Leo think about sleep? He's always about safety.
They're saying that the doors are meant to be used for privacy, and you should definitely avoid them in the bathrooms, the laundry room, and the closets. Closets, that one doesn't make sense to me. Way better than bifolds, I'm just saying. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of bifolds. They always come off the tracks. They start attacking you.
They're on every inspection.
Yeah, they're a defect on every inspection. What's number 3?
Number 3 is ultra modern minimalistic designs. So people are seeing the bold full color palettes, cool patterns. Architects are saying that they're seeing more curves inside the home, and they have requests for like arched doorways and rounded windows and the barrel vaulted ceilings. All right, full disclosure, I had to look that one up because I wasn't sure. What's a barrel vaulted ceiling? Do you know?
Barrel vaulted. I mean, that would be a flying buttress.
It's basically like when you look up, it's like a round arch in the ceiling.
Yeah, flying buttress.
Okay.
That's the type of structural members you'll need to make that possible.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Which looks like a wine barrel that's been cut in half and turned on its side.
Yes, it does. From an engineering standpoint, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, number 4 on the list is the grand millennial aesthetic is out. So also known as granny chic.
Never heard of this one.
Well, it's where they combine the outdated homey type decor, with like the floral patterns and stuff with some modern elements.
Oh, shabby chic.
Yeah, well, they call it also grand millennial.
I never heard of that one. So something I've never heard of is going away.
Grand Millennial or Granny Chic. Not shabby chic, but Granny Chic.
No.
Shabby chic is like the distressed, older, clean look. Granny Chic is like, grandma's couch mixed with some modern stuff.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one. So like I said, I'm glad to see Granny Chic is going because I don't know what it is.
All right, number 5 on the list is dining benches.
Dining benches, those are hilarious to me. Everyone wants to sit a certain distance away from the table. Bench doesn't make that possible.
Yeah, and think about it. If you all get up at the same time.
Although bench goes wobbly and stuff. Yeah, I can see benches go. But you can get one extra person on a row. Like if you have a table that seats 8 with 3, and 1 on each end, you can actually squeeze a 4th person on each side. So it makes it a 10-topper.
Well, they're going out, the dining benches.
Oh.
Goodbye,
dining bench.
Number 6 on the list, white everything. So white walls, white sofas, window treatments, cabinets, the marble countertops. People are choosing more warmer tones. Let me tell you, I cannot stand personally. Well, I never like the mismatch ones. I think that's a trend that came and went quickly. Thank goodness.
So is this happening
but
because
I don't like the white on white, like the white cabinets, the white tops, it just looks terrible.
Is this because of all this work at home stuff and people realize that they were turning their homes into offices and now they don't want to be turning their homes into offices? Because I walk into an office, I've got gray everything, the white. I got everything minus the Granny Chic, but the gray, the barn doors, the white everything, that's an office.
I think after people looking at home, they're just sick of looking at it.
Yeah.
They want to switch. All right, number 7 on our list of 8 designer trends that are going to be going away in 2024 is that pale green. So designers are saying that the pale green, like the hospital green or the seafoam green, as we like to call it
From
in the
90s?
90s.
60s?
Seafoam was 90s. It was olive green in the 60s.
Yeah. Well, it's still some
Or
kind of green.
avocado green. In the
And that was 30 years ago. Every 30 years, green comes back.
Yep. Anyway, they're saying this has resurfaced from the 80s and it's ready for retirement. So designers say that if the color palette is one of green, to opt for a richer, darker hue, like a hunter green or an olive, straight out of the 90s or the 70s, 60s, yeah.
60s.
Avocado, and then I think it went olive like in the 70s.
Am I shag carpeting coming back?
Oh, gosh, I hope not.
Where you can find children buried in it?
They're saying especially the kitchen cabinetry. I don't know if I don't know
Green
that I
kitchen,
would.
oh God. Green
Yeah.
kitchen cabinetry is coming back.
Yeah. I
Listening
there's
audience,
some
I expect
darker.
you to rebel and revolt against these designer trends. These are magazines telling you what to think, and you are your own person. You do not need to abide by what Decor Living and Fresh Home In-Play Design is telling you. Vanity Fair is not fair to you, and you can revolt against this pale green color.
Well, I have to tell you, the dark blue, I really like those on the cabinets, and I'm not a color, I don't usually pick that. But the navy, like the darker blues with the matte gold, looks so good. I don't think that's going to go out. I think that's going to stay.
Another thing that's going on are people's front lawns with grass.
Yeah, especially with the watering restrictions now.
Xeriscape?
I'm actually required to say with Hills.
Not only that, it's concrete.
Ew.
I mean, you go to town and country and drive around, it's either pavers or concrete.
Well, that's a little different.
Yeah, it's less watering for the lawn, but less percolation in the ground. But if you live in Hillsborough County, keep in mind there is a watering restriction that went into effect earlier this week. December 1st was the start of your watering restriction. Go to the Hillsborough County website. Rainy season, May. Yep, July. So you can only water your lawn once a week, and it's based on the last digit of your house number. Go to Hillsborough County's website to find out more information about what day of the week between 4 and 8 a.m. you're allowed to water your lawn. This public service announcement is brought to you by Hillsborough County and Leo Kane from Beryl Engineering and Inspection.
Well done, sir. Well done. Well done. Reminding everyone to not water their lawn except for one day a week.
Since we've been talking so much about the 60s and 70s, I wish I had that old-timey British accent for those infomercials. I can't even replicate it. But you know the one I'm talking about, where they're telling you about these modern designs of science.
You should be buying an Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yes, that exact.
Got
But in
it.
the British accent, I just can't do it. But that was your public service announcement. And so, what is number 8? We've never gotten through a list of 8 in one
We're
segment
getting
before.
through 8. We're moving along quick. I made them piffy. Number 8 is curved sofas.
Are coming in or going out?
Nope, this is going out. They're saying that this mid-century design is impractical. It's uncomfortable. All the people can't fit. So the curvy, swoopy sofas, out.
That makes
Out for
sense because
2024.
as TVs get larger, curved sofas become less practical because you can't get everyone sitting on the sofa to watch the TV. Now, if you're sitting around playing a board game or socializing or sitting around a fire or something small, you can have a curved sofa. But if you're not doing something social and you're doing something like watching TV or playing video games, curved sofa doesn't work. You can't sprawl out properly.
I feel like I should do a whole show on like timeless trends that never go away. Wouldn't that be cool?
Number 1 on the list, living in a house.
Well, no.
This goes back all the way to Maslow, who says you need food, water, and shelter.
We're talking about trends.
Shelter is a trend.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Pat, you can answer this too.
Do you live in a cave?
What do you think?
Cave was a trend that's no more.
What do you think one of the trends are that's sort of timeless and won't go away? Give me a couple.
Let's say a laundry room.
No.
Indoor plumbing.
That is not a good answer.
Indoor
either
plumbing
one
with
of
a
those.
bathroom.
I'm talking about designs, like if you're going to remodel.
Well, a bathroom is nice.
Gold fixtures.
No, I don't think gold fixtures match. I don't think that meets the list because that definitely will date. It will.
Let's say marble counters.
I think marble will date too.
Oh, well, how about
I had mine some flooring trends.
flooring trends? Tile,
No, that's debatable.
wood.
Wood is timeless,
Wood is timeless.
and so is travertine, like stone and stuff like that. Timeless.
Really, because everyone's covering up their travertine for like decades.
You're talking about terrazzo.
Oh yeah,
That's different.
yeah, and they're paying a lot of money to restore it.
It's pretty and it lasts long and it's super durable. It's really expensive to put in.
Yeah, but it's always interesting to me when I see it coming up or the other floorings and it's cracked and they have to repair all the cracks. It's durable, but it's cracked. I mean, how do you have both?
I don't remember seeing a whole lot of cracked
I
terrazzo.
do.
You
I've
did?
inspected a lot of homes.
I don't recall seeing a lot of cracked terrazzo.
Yeah, everyone's like, ah, yes, especially the ones that park at Pat's house.
Did you guys see? Remember that big sinkhole we had like in July, like many moons ago?
Yeah.
A couple of the neighbors right there got their house uncondemned
Ooh.
or yeah.
Like a
No.
lake pageant?
And I sure should be able to.
Lake pageant?
Yeah, they got it like
Nice.
on is it uncondemned? No,
Yeah, uncondemned.
that's not right.
Not condemnable.
That doesn't seem like the right
Cleared.
word.
They got it cleared.
No, that's not even it. I would-
813-377-2775. If you have the word that we're looking for how you uncondemn, not condemn, uncondemnable, 813-377-2775. We'll give you a Starbucks gift card to something at some point in some time
Habitable.
in the future. Habitable.
Habitable. That's
Habitable.
not
She
it.
guessed it.
That's not it.
Katrina gets
That
the
wasn't it, but that's the.
Katrina gets the gift card.
That's
Sorry,
right.
listeners.
All right.
813-377-2775. And when we come back, we've got Leo Kane's presenting of the Keller Williams
Open houses.
Open Houses.
You know what? DJ's in the house. I'm going to let him come fill my spot. You guys are going to have some fun. Pat, get that dump button ready. We'll be right back.
Welcome home. This is Leo Kane with Beryl Engineering and Inspection. I've got 2 real estate agents, also realtors, next to me that work for Keller Williams, and we're going to talk about their open house, and we're also going to talk about these exciting 3 listings here, which are trends that will go away. These listings will not last much longer. They're going to go away in 2023. They will not be available in 2024. You want to get in on this trend. Let's start with an open house. Beryl Project Engineering is sponsoring the announcement of a Keller Williams open house. This open house is going to be introduced by Abigail from Keller Williams, who's going to talk all about 7811 Deerfoot Drive in Newport Richey / Trinity, Florida. There's an open house this weekend from 11 to 3. Let us know all about this house.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a beautiful property. It actually just went on the market this week. DJ and I are going to be hosting an open house. He said 11 to 3. This is a really unique property, actually. It has an indoor covered spa, a really big hot tub, actually. It's 3 bed and 2 bath, and it has a full covered patio. Relatively modern, new, updated. It has a beautiful open concept kitchen with a dining area connected to it. A little more about this house. I don't exactly know what you would want to ask. Ask me some questions about the house, actually.
Oh, it's a great. How is it? Gable roof? Is it new roof? Old roof?
So the roof is
I asked a trick question.
So I haven't actually been to this property yet. But
you haven't been?
No, but we're doing an open house tomorrow, and we'll find a buyer tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely find a buyer tomorrow.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. So open house, come check it out. 7811 Deerfoot Drive, Newport Richey, Florida. 11 to 3. It's a 1983 house. It's this indoor spa. I'm just so curious about it. In the roof is from 2016, in case you're wondering, so it's only 7 years old, and it's got a 2020 AC and a 2020 water heater. So most of these features are newable. So that's an exciting house you want to get in on.
Wait, what's the indoor spa? What's that?
the indoor spa. That is the covered hot tub. So that's going to be, it's a very large hot tub. It's connected to right off the back of the house. So that's also connected to the indoor sunroom and Three Seasons room. So it's a really nice outdoor living space.
And the next one we have, and I believe this is one of DJ's listings, is 10636 Exoria Lane in Port Richey, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of your listings. It's a 2-2. This is a great deal on a house. $285,000. Please tell us more.
So it's a beautiful home. It sits on the lake. When you drive up to it, it looks very grand. The area is getting a little more saturated with listings than we'd prefer. So you see a lot of price improvements, which we'll be doing another one soon. But yeah, it was built by a doctor. Neighbors are really nice and quiet. No HOA, no CDD. So it's a nice property to get into if you're looking for a starter home, first time home buyer, something like that. But yeah.
Make sure you check it out. And in case you don't want to own a home right now because interest rates are crazy, and you just want to rent, we have a rental for you. 2923 West Ellis Drive, Tampa, in 33611, which is South Tampa. It's a glorious, what's this, little house, little condo? That's a little house, isn't it? It's cute. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms from 1955. It's how many square feet? This is 1,209 heated square feet with 2,158 total square feet.
Yeah, and I will say about that one, definitely get on that one. We have had, I think, 3 inquiries within the last 24 hours in this property. So it's a beautiful done property, and definitely get on that one within the next few hours, I would say.
Excellent. So you want to get into these properties. Again, we have an open house, 7811 Deerfoot Drive in Newport Richey from 11 to 3. Check us out. You'll get to meet the 2 people that are speaking right now. Go ahead and introduce
absolutely.
yourselves on the air again.
Yeah, I'm Abby with the Maywell Group, and
I'm DJ McIntyre with the Madewell Group.
Excellent. I'm Leo with Beryl Engineering and Inspection, bringing you these people to talk about their listings. Speaking of which, what's one gift you are getting your significant other that you don't want them to find out about?
I don't think either of us actually have significant others.
No,
but
we don't. I'll get you a gift.
Oh, I'll get you a gift too, of course.
Stop, you don't have to.
But you know what? I'll just say one gift that I'm getting someone. I'm from Michigan originally. I'm a New Floridian. A Michigan State sweatshirts. Every single person in my family is getting something from Michigan State. So I'm a big supporter of college sports gear. So that's one gift I'm getting.
You know what? You can be part of me and Maddie's gift to Katrina and Chris.
Oh yeah, we'll get
It's
Katrina.
a secret. It's a secret though.
Okay, we'll get Katrina a gift. There we go.
You guys either have pets?
Yeah, I do have
So
a.
what are you getting your significant other for Christmas?
I don't have my pet anything. She pointed that out. There's no play toys, so I'll get something.
I'll get him a play toy too. Both my dog and my cat actually have Christmas advent calendars. So every day they're getting a little gift, and then they have one big gift at the end on Christmas Day.
So do you have an advent calendar for yourself?
No, I don't. I can get myself one.
I'll get you one.
Do you
Okay.
have one, DJ? You guys don't like opening up each morning to or evening to get a small chocolate or
I
something?
don't have any decorations or even a tree yet.
I haven't decorated either.
We're
but-
gonna work on that. My apartment's fully decorated. Don't worry.
But I'm also moving soon, so I don't know.
Are you moving into one of these 3 listings?
I'm
that we
buying
just
one of the
referenced?
listing on Painter.
Yeah, he bought a listing about 5 minutes from our office like last week. So congratulate DJ on that one.
Oh, I
Thank you.
remember that house. That was a beautiful house that I was
Mm-hmm.
announcing.
Yes, it was.
That was the one the garage kind of just met the street.
No.
Oh, that was
We had 2 properties on Painter, like literally
Yeah.
3 doors down from each other.
They're the
yeah.
exact same floor plan, except for mine sits on the conservation, which is miles and miles and miles of land filled with pigs and deer and birds and amazing.
I don't know if the pigs are there, but
Oh, there's pigs there. Yep.
okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, wild pigs.
Yeah, no, wild pigs. And they're the most dangerous animal you can stumble across in a forest.
Yes.
That was not a Florida fact I've heard yet, so good to know.
If my choice to run into a pack of wolves, a bear, or a wild pig would be the least on the 3 list.
Yeah, Michigan doesn't have wild pigs, so that's a new one.
Yeah, the bear just run away. They're not scared of you. Or
Do you
they're
guys have
scared.
the Wolverines?
No. Wait, Wolverine's like the
We have
animal?
University of Michigan's Wolverines, but no,
Yeah,
we
so-
have coyotes. We don't have
You
Wolverines.
don't have Wolverines? That's a type of wild pig.
That's a wild pig. That's not a wild pig.
Wow.
It's making
well-
stuff up on the
That's
air.
not a wild pig. That's not a wild pig. But Wolverines, it's like a honey badger, right?
Yeah, it is like a honey badger.
Yeah. But
I think
which one will win?
the Upper Peninsula does. The Lower Peninsula, where I'm from, did not.
So who's gonna win, the Wolverine or the honey badger?
In a fight? I don't know. This is college
It's the
football?
honey badger. No, I don't watch football. No,
I don't watch football either. I'm so
No.
confused. These mascots.
No, the honey badger. That would win. Any day of the
Oh,
week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's got such a thick hide. Because
Yeah.
it gets stung by the bees and it doesn't get
Uh-huh.
impacted by them
Exactly.
because of its thick hide. Got to know your
In
nature.
college football terms, this would be U of M versus Wisconsin, and unfortunately, U of M would win.
No, neither one of us know football, so
Yeah, that doesn't.
I'd rather be in the kitchen cooking than watching football.
All right.
I'd rather
alrighty.
be in the den playing video games.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Of all of us, it's Abby who knows the most football guys.
You
Just
keep us
point
up to
that
speed, all right?
So if you'd like to learn more about any of these listings, make sure you check out 813-377-2775. Call or text. We've announced that number quite a bit on the air. As we wind down this year, just to give you a little preview, this is that time in the show where we give you previews of future weeks to come. We're going to be talking about goals. We're going to be orienting you towards the new year. We're going to be talking about how to make your business and how to make your personal life successful. We're going to be talking about how to find your new home, how to negotiate better prices, how to put your home on the market, what designer trends to stay with, what designer trends to go away from, what to look for in the future, what to expect in 2025, 2026, 2027. The key is you keep listening here every Friday from 9 to 10 because you're going to find out information here that's going to help you for the rest of your life, and you're going to learn a dad joke or two that can help you break a conversation apart when you're in a hostile work environment. You can slide one of these dad jokes right in, just like earlier. If you want to recap, math, I don't like it, he should solve his own problems. With that being said, this is Leo Kane wishing you all Merry Christmas. We'll see you next week, and we're out. Welcome home.
I love dad jokes so bad.